Hi friends, welcome to the Lori Lulu Crochet Podcast, episode 122. Yes. My name is Lori. I live in the Chicago suburbs with my husband Ryan and our cat Daisy, and I love to crochet and I love to knit and I love to sew. There are some plans coming. You can find all that fibery goodness in all my social media. It's all linked in the description box down below. So that's where you can find my Instagram, my Ravelry, my email, and then all the patterns that I talk about, all the fancy yarns that I talk about, they will all be linked down below as well. So if there's anything you have questions on, please feel free to email me. Again, it's all linked down below. What else? Yes. Shall we get started? Well, the big news is Ryan and I finally celebrated our anniversary. Actually, I shouldn't say we celebrated. We've been celebrating for over a month, but we finally had our anniversary. I'm sorry, my hair, I don't know what's going on. I've just been running around like crazy. I'm sweating like crazy right now. Trying to find flowers for Easter, which is tomorrow, because we need to have Easter lilies and all that fun stuff for church tomorrow. Anyway, so I've been running around like a crazy woman. But anyway, back to our anniversary. So Wednesday was our anniversary. It was the actual day. We celebrated our 20th. I'm like, how in the world did we get to 20 already? What? Don't understand. Anyway, we celebrated by going to get Indian food, which was delicious at the time. My tummy did not agree. I've had tummy troubles since then. I think I'm on the mend now, but we'll just leave it at that. But it's still really good. And like, I even ate the leftovers, even though I knew it was going to do a number on my stomach. I honestly think it's like, if it's the authentic stuff, that's what gives me tummy troubles. Because the stuff that I got on the Disney cruise was not that bad. Anyway, so yeah, and then we also decided we're gonna celebrate again today and go out for lunch. It's actually gonna be a really late lunch because the one place that we're thinking about going doesn't open until 2, but it's a place where we know we can get a lot of good food, so we'll see. Other things that have been going on in my life. The reason why I didn't record last week, which was my scheduled time, we had it's Sunday school missionary conference, not really conference, like meeting. And I wasn't sure how long it was going to take. I was done by noon, but I was like, you know what, I'll just wait and we'll push the podcast to the next week, which is still a crazy weekend because it's Easter weekend and I'm a pastor's wife and I'm just like, gotta get everything done in time for tomorrow. Anyway, it'll be all right. But last week, so I had to go because I am the board of the Sunday school. It's called NDI, Nazarene Discipleship International, I think. But it's the Sunday school. And any other like little ministry things that we do, so like My Love Nuts falls under the NDI umbrella. So I am the board, the president board. President of the board at our church. So I had to go and do the Sunday school stuff. And then our missionary, the NMI president of our church board, she went and did the NMI stuff, the missionary stuff. But I was voted on to the district missionary council. So that involves a lot more stuff for me to do on the church side, which is fun. I like doing both. I like doing the Sunday school stuff and I like doing the missionary stuff. So to have it on, like, to be more involved in like our church Sunday school and what all that entails, and then being a part of the district stuff, I get to hear more about like missions stuff, so that'll be fun. Anyway, and as a missionary kid, I'm very excited about that. But that just is gonna involve more work outside of work, which is fine. I don't mind. And our district NMI president, well, and our church NMI president, they both like to crochet, so I know I can take my crochet and knitting to the meetings and it won't be a big deal. So anyway, other things as far as work is going, we are all still like crazy. Like we're down 2 people from our team, and so we're trying to find new people, and HR is like putting roadblocks everywhere. So it's like, when are we gonna get our new person? So even though like I've had more stuff dumped on my plate, which is fine, like honestly, I'm not complaining about that. But I also decided I was gonna help run, well, I am really the only person running the NCAA tournament bracket challenge in our building. Because the other guy who helped me last year, he's really not doing anything, which is fine. Like, so yeah, being the nerdy, geeky Excel person that I am, I created my own Excel spreadsheet that helps me track everybody's points. Personally, my bracket is in the tank because I went with my heart and picked my team to go pretty far, and they lost the first game, so I'm pretty upset about that. My husband's team is still going, so we're a half-happy household. Yeah, like, so it's all just the people in my building. There's about 13 of us total, I think. And of us, there's 12 people total if we count Ryan. So really only 11 people in my building are participating in this. And the president of the school, Elam, he was winning pretty handedly last weekend. And so it's like, why? Not that anybody can win, but anyway, so I handed him the gift card that, because he won the first weekend. And I was like, we're coming for you. And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, maybe you should have the gift card because you're putting this all together. And I was like, nope. Like, you won. You need it. Like, this is yours. So far, my partner is winning the second weekend. So it's fun to like, I like to have it dispersed amongst everybody. So we have games tonight and games tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. My husband's team's still going. So who are they playing? Duke is playing NC State. So that'll be a good game because they're conference rivals. So just wish Kentucky could keep going. Oh well. Oh, totally forgot to mention this. So, for those of you who may not know, my husband is a pastor of a church. It's right behind, right on the other side of this wall. Sorry, it is on the other side of this wall, across the yard, across the parking lot, kind of thing. So last Sunday, because it was before our anniversary, they gave us our gift and had me come up, and we have a beautiful Carl and Ellie blanket, which was fun because of our cruise and that whole thing. But the box, it was like a plastic tote bin thing filled with like band-aids and batteries and snacks and stuff like that. And I was like, what is this? So Ryan had an envelope and it had a $20 bill in it. And he's like, oh, here's some cash. And I was just like, okay. And then they're like, how much is it? And he's like, 20. And then it clicked. Everything in that box was 20 quantity. So 20 band-aids, 20 batteries, 20 goldfish cracker snack bags, all of that. So I thought that was a really cute gift. There's some things in there I'm like, where are we ever going to use this? The band-aids and the batteries, yes. The hangers, yes. Well, there's some things I'm like, don't know what we're going to do with that. But okay, it's 20. It works. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. Shall we get on with the yarny goodness? I think we should. Okay, so finished objects. I have two. I have two finished objects. We'll just go in order of how I finish them. So, let me grab a drink real quick. There's one. It's a cruise project. I was living in my Mickey and Minnie project bag, and then I put on my Mickey Epcot ball pin to remind me of my wonderful vacation that my husband and I had. Excuse me. So the project was this cute. It's called the Cottage Faded Linen Cowl by Catherine Trinity. Again, it'll be linked down below. So this is basically just the linen stitch, round and round and round, or the moss stitch, or I forget, there's another name. The tweed stitch, I think. So it's just round and round and round. Very easy to do. This is like the fourth one of these I've made. The yarn that I used is this loveliness. You can't really tell. Here it is. I was like, where did the tag go? So this is Earth Yarns in their unique fingering. The colorway is 3023. You cannot see all the fun colors that are in this. All you can really see is the like blue and the orange, and then there's the red, and then the royal blue is starting to show up. When I looked at what everything looked like on, like, when I looked at projects on Ravelry using this colorway and just seeing the yarns, like, it felt perfect for the cruise that I was going on because it was a Pixar Day at Sea cruise, and like these just screamed Pixar colors to me. So here is my finished project, although it's different from when you saw it last. I'll just show you so here's the finished one. Let me show you there. All right, so when I look at this, you have the green and the purple. That's obviously Disney villain colors. And then you have this green and this hot pink. For some reason, I think Inside Out with that. I don't know why I think Inside Out, that movie, for those colors. And then the green, the orange and the turquoise right there. That makes me think of Coco. Don't ask me why I associate those colors with those movies, but okay. And you can see where there's some color pooling on that side. So that will be the back. I didn't want to make it very long. I wanted to have it just something that would be nice and cozy against my neck to wear under a coat because Chicago winters. Even with my new, like, I got a rain jacket just a couple weeks ago. Even just have this under my rain jacket would help a lot. So when I first started this project, it was on the plane down, and this is what I started. This is what I did. My cute little dolphin stitch marker. I'm just not a fan of these colors, and I just didn't want them on, and I was just feeling like it's going in for some reason, like it's whiter at the bottom, and it was just driving me crazy. So I thought, you know what, why keep working on this if I'm not happy? So I frogged it back to where I'd start with the purple and the green and just went from there. And it's a little wider. Weird color pulling right there. So it's a little wider, and I don't feel like it's going in or out or anything. Like, I feel like it's stable, and it's just the right length, just what I needed for for what I need. Yep. So I'm very happy with this, how it turned out. So I have not washed or blocked it yet. The ends are woven in though. I did do that. So that is finished object number 1. Finished object number 2, I did take with me on my cruise because I was like, I'm going to finish this while on the cruise. Spoiler alert, I did not. I didn't even pull it out when we were on the cruise. I pulled it out when we were at the airport on the way home, and I think I did a row and a half, if I even did that much. So this is a project that's been on my hook since last summer, because I was like, I didn't want to work on it, and then it's like I forced myself to finish it, and so it's done. Honestly, like, that's how I felt by the time I got done with it earlier this week. It was like, it's done. It's done. Thank goodness. Which I don't ever want to feel that way about a project. But anyway, I'm talking about this Theory shawl by Hannah from the Cozy Cottage Crochet. Not that this shawl is bad. Not that this shawl is horrible pattern or anything like that. It's just, I was done. I think the yarn did not help. My yarn choice did not help with what I wanted it to look like. So it was living in my gorgeous Wonder Woman bag, which I can now take back because it's been living in this since the last summer. The yarn that I chose to use, whoops, let me find the band, is Lion Brand Shawl and a Cake, which is this gorgeous, it's a gorgeous blue. I love this. It has different shades, like it'll get darker throughout. You'll see it in the shawl. The colorway is called Wind Chimes, but the yarn does like go thin and thick, which bothers me. But anywho, here's my finished shawl. Ta-da! Can't even fit it on the screen. So, last time you saw, I was here. And also I can take the stitch marker back. So, I was here, and I've done all that. Goodness gracious, what is going on with my throat? I did wear this. I did take this off. I put another stitch marker to kind of hide in there. But I did wear this on our anniversary when we went out to eat. So, there you go. You can kind of see my lovely 6 t-shirt. So yeah, this is a very nice one. Again, this will be nice and warm and cozy during Chicago winters. Although I have my own personal summers quite a bit. So big heavy shawls are not my thing right now. Maybe I'll get back to them someday. Because I love them. So for that, I'm glad it's done. Makes in progress. I have 3. First one I want to show you is the one that needs to get done. Because I'm on a deadline for this one, because there's a baby coming. So my boss is having his first grandchild. Well, his daughter-in-law is having his first grandchild. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a baby blanket for him to keep at his house for when little baby. They want to call him Harry. So when little baby Harry comes, there's a cute little blanket for him to wrap up in. The yarns that I'm using are Big Twist, which is from Joann Fabrics. Oh, this one lost the ball. So it's Big Twist Value. This is the colorway Ivory, and this is the colorway Sage. The pattern. Let me show you the pattern, because it is my favorite pattern to use when I am doing any baby blanket. It is the Called Midwife blanket. I mean, you search this, you can find any number of designers that have put this pattern out. It's very popular. The one that I'm using is Rebecca Langford, who is Little Monkeys Crochet. I mean, I love this pattern. Honestly, because you're just like, one more set of blacks. Except for last night when I was watching the game with my husband and I was stressed. And it's like, I'm tired. So, anyway, so here is where I am. Yeah, make sure I'm not going to lose any stitches here. So, ta-da! So you're supposed to have 6 across. I think I have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I ended up with an extra block across, which will be fine. Yeah. So I think I've got 4 greens so far. I think what I'm going to end up with is like 7 greens and like 6 of the whites. Because I want it to be mostly, like, when you look at it, I want you to see mostly green. Even with the border that I'm going to do, it's going to be mostly the green. Or the sage, I should say. So yeah. I love this blanket. I love doing this blanket. Yeah, because again, it's going to be a boy, so you need to have it mostly masculine when you don't have to, but especially if it's going to be at Grandpa's house and this will be like a grandpa blanket, we'll have it mostly masculine. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say about it. Not that I can think of. I have another crochet project I wanted to show you. This is an ongoing project. I have officially been working on this for over a year now because I started it on our anniversary. It is the Crochet Memories Blanket by Hannah from the Cozy Cottage Crochet. This is a blanket that you can just use your scrap yarns, whatever you have left. It's corner to corner, join as you go. Mine is living in my Wonder Woman bag. I have been doing my scrap yarns, and then this year I did my Advent swap, Scrappy Yarn Advent swap with Jill and Jennifer, and so I'm taking those yarns and I'm like blocking out a certain area that it'll be just those yarns. So I'm halfway through. Am I halfway? Yeah, I'm over halfway through now with theirs. So like this is my scrap yarns. This is a stitch marker that tells me what size hook I need. I need an E. And then you see this blue line that starts all the Advent yarns. So I did, I think you may have already seen this green. So I did this other green. This one is actually camel yarn. Camel yarn. Crazy. And then on this other side, I did 3 of these tan ones. And that's all I've done. I've started like squaring off, so it's not growing any bigger widthwise. So this is how, I can't even get it all on screen. This is how wide it is. And this is how long it is. And I will be squaring off here as well. So there's more to come from that. Exciting. If you want to join in our Advent swap, please send me an email. I believe we are planning on, at least I'm planning on continuing to do that again this year. Started saving some yarns. I'm gonna add some more now that I'm done with some things. Yeah. My next make in progress. Have I been calling it works in progress? It's a make in progress because I don't want to think of it as work. It is fun. This was a cruise project. So because we went to Mexico, I decided to take my socks in my Frida Kahlo bag. And I did not get a pin in Mexico, but I got a pin in the Grand Cayman Islands and in Jamaica. So this kind of all represents my cruise. So yes, this is a pair of socks. I usually am knitting a pair of socks all the time. I constantly have some on the go. Let me find my ball band. Alright, so the yarns that I'm using, Hobbii Silly Sock yarn in the colorway 6, which when I look it up, it says Gracious Voltage. And this is what are we stuck on? There we go. This is what it looks like. It's a self-striping yarn. It has all these really fun colors in it. I'm really looking forward to these socks being done. And then I have this color, which is Valley Yarns Huntington in the colorway Spring Green, which is this lovely fun green color. I do my socks 2 at a time, toe up, because when I bind off, I like to have a pair of socks done. So yeah, I basically follow, I kind of have my own recipe now, but I've started with the Basic Toe Up Sock by Wendy Pronger Geckner. And then the heel that I have been doing is the Shadow Wrap heel. There's a tutorial on YouTube by Denise of Earth Tones Girl. So here are my socks. They are sisters, not twins. Although I realized, like, if I had just cut this part off, like just a little bit, I would have had matching socks, but I don't care. So I started these in the hotel before we got on the cruise, and then I did a lot of this while standing in line for meet and greets. And so this is how much I got done on my vacation. The rest of it including the heels. I've done since I've gotten home. I am about 20 rows up the leg. I'm thinking I might go to 40 and then do my 10 row cuff. So I'm about halfway through the leg and almost done with a pair of socks. That's pretty exciting. So, again, any other questions, you can email me if you have questions about what I do for my socks. Okay, now for future plans for stuff that's going to be. Let me grab them because they're over there. Okay, so I have a pair of socks that I'm going to start. I mean, considering that this is a crochet podcast, and the fact that I am learning to knit, like, beyond, like, just vanilla socks, honestly. Like, that bug hit me during the pandemic. And so, like, I want to knit more things. I want to start to knit garments. I want to knit cables. More than just, like, a yarn over. Sorry, had to cut out a cough. More than just a yarn over or a purl or anything like that. Like, I want to do some fun stuff. So, I found this pattern. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. It's by Debbie Ford. It's like she has a whole story that goes with these socks. And the story is like right up my alley. So I was like, I need to make these socks. They are called the Wonderment socks. So, oh my gosh, they're so cute. Basically, her son, I don't remember if he has autism or if he has something else, like another disability, which I work at a school for children with disabilities. And that's just a huge passion for my husband and I, like helping families, helping kids, my goodness, and helping adults with disabilities. So basically, the story here is like, my son finds peace in simple magics. When life becomes stressful, he waves his wand and iridescent bubbles float up through the air. He watches them drift, preparing the wand to breathe his frustrations into 100 more. And I find myself enchanted by this simple magic. I stand beside him and watch them dance over fences and away, and with them my mind mellows into wonderment and peace with him. So these little cables are supposed to represent the little bubbles like that her son enjoys so much. Again, it's a free pattern on Ravelry. Go support her. Like, I think she has some paid for patterns. Go support her. Like, that'd be awesome. And so the yarn that I picked for this, I'm putting in I put in my favorite bag that Kalisha from the Quirky Monday Craftcast made for me. Has two of my favorite Disney princesses. We have Rapunzel, and we have Go Live Your Dream, and then we have Tiana and Naveen down here. And then I put be a nice human, because we all need to be nice to each other. We don't know what people are going through. The yarn that I'm using is a gift that I got from Hannah. So it'll be 2 years in November. 2 years ago, I went down to Florida with my mom. We were going on a cruise. I got this bag and I got this. So I got this from Kalisha and I got this from Hannah. This is On the Round signature sock yarn in the colorway Purple Rain, which of course I need. But I figured these would be really cute socks. And then there's yarn Progress Keeper, and then it says, and then a pin that says Eat, Sleep, Crochet, Repeat, which this will have to go on a different bag since I'm knitting. So this is the main color. The contrast heels, toes, and cuffs is a purple color. This is Oink Pigment Yarns, Sorry, there was a hair on that one. I do not remember the colorway. When I do, I will put it on the screen. So yeah. I think these will be so cute in that Wonderment colorway, or that Wonderment pattern. I'm so sorry. I'm so phlegmy right now. Then, I've kind of been having trouble with my Crojo lately. So I figured if I do something bright and fun, maybe that'll help. Although, it's like having a deadline on blanket kind of defeats the purpose. Like, that is a work in progress. It's still fun, but anyway. So, I figured I need to do something bright. And I think this and this will do the trick. These yarns I bought specifically for this pattern that I want to do. So, why not start it now? I need something bright and cheery. Spring and summer are coming. Spring is here, pretty much. Still not quite the way I'd like it. So the pattern is the Descent Cowl by Carissa Browning. She designed my Wonder Woman shawl. She has so many cool designs, but this one has been in my list for a long time. This is a paid for pattern, so, but I'm sure it's worth it because she does an excellent job in writing things out. So that's what it looks like. You need 2 colors. And this is obviously in honor of the Descent Jabot or collar that RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, would wear. And then I figured I had just gone to see the movie Barbie, so figured we need a Barbie color Descent cowl. So colors that I have, Madeline Tosh, in her Tosh DK. This is the colorway Pop Rocks, which I love Pop Rocks. And then this is Hedgehog Fiber on her Merino DK base. This is the colorway Sweet Pea, which that is my that is the nickname that my mom calls me all the time, Sweet Pea. And Ryan and I actually gave everybody Sweet Pea, a packet of Sweet Pea seeds at our wedding 20 years ago. So yeah, I figured this should be bright and cheerful and should help cheer me up and get my Crojo back. So I picked out this bag, but I think I'm gonna have to switch because maybe it'll be fine once it's wound up in a cake. It'll be better. But it is my Wonder Woman bag. And then I have Crocheter Extraordinaire, which I could put that other button on here. Because it is a crochet pattern. And I did have to buy a hook because I did not have this size. It is the notorious 7 hook. So it is 4.5 millimeters. So it's not a G hook. It's not an H hook. It's a 7. I don't understand. If we just went by the metric system like everybody else, 4.5 would be just fine. But anyway. So, and I got a Clover Amour, which I'm started using. I've been finding, like, buying them here and there as I need. Because if I have a hook already in another project, I need another one. And I'm really liking these. Like, they're great on my hands. So, I'm excited to use this too. So, this has a divider. That's why I'm kind of having trouble with my yarn right now. But I think once it's caked up, it'll be better. And then my Notions pouch has my Mary Poppins. So I have my two favorite female characters. And I'm doing one of my favorite female women, one of my favorite women of history. I'm doing something in honor of her. So anyway, so that is all my plans for yarny stuff that I'm going to start. I am gonna sew some things. So, those of you who may not know, there are two ladies that have podcasts here on YouTube. I will link them down below. There's Allie from Little Drops of Wonderful and Claudia from Crochet Luna. They always get together in the spring and they have what's called the Dodgy Bag Make Along. It's called Dodgy because your bag doesn't have to be perfect. Like, it doesn't have to be sale worthy. It could just be, I made myself a project bag. Here it is. Because when I make them, they are very dodgy. I don't have one that I've made. Well, I'll be making one and I'll rectify that situation. Anyway, so like I said, I'm going to be doing the Advent swap. So I figured I need to make some bags for them. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I have other fabric that I bought for bags that I have not touched. They're still wrapped in the nice little bundle. So I'm thinking, of course, I was looking at my schedule because starts April 1st. So Monday is the first day. So looking at my schedule, next Saturday I have free. And then I don't really have a free Saturday until the end of April. And I think this goes until the end of May or the end of June. I'll put it on the screen once I find out. But yeah, so I'm gonna pull out the sewing machine and get to work on some stuff. I'm very excited about this. And I have other plans to go with these bags for my Yarny Advent Swap people. So anyway, with that, I'm gonna go get ready. Actually, yeah, put on a sweater, look nice, so we can go out to eat. And I will see you when I see you. I can't promise it'll be in 2 weeks, but I'll see you when I can see you. God bless. Bye. I didn't fix that. Well. Just hope it doesn't distract me through this whole thing.